day. From Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. It's Week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports. Michael Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The former Missouri Tiger, Drew Lock, will be at quarterback as he leads out the Denver Broncos.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown pass, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
First and 10, here's Locke. Got Gordon open, completes it. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
10 at the 38-yard line.
They go back to Gordon here on first down. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41.
The ball carrier.
The numbers a week ago from Melvin Gordon. 16 carries, 54 yards.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that. But
a pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
First and 10.
So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos.
Locke trying again after the pick 6. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
Now, the meeting we had with him this week, that's one of the briefer ones we've ever had, isn't it?
Wasn't too happy after last week.
Not happy. Really determined to play a whole lot better, and he really can't play a whole lot worse. He's got to go out and show the team that the goods that he exhibited early are still there. Otherwise, he could lose the confidence that they have in him.
And hoping to get rid of that interception bug.
set them back 5.
Still second down.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert.
And his throw is incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Nothing.
So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
After the made field goal, Badgley back out there for the kickoff.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10.
Drew Lock once again leads the Broncos out.
And he'll need to find a way to shrug off the opening drive, if you can even call it a drive. 1 play and an interception, so he's got to forget that.
I know that in today's football, we have a good number of coaches who don't look at time of possession the way that the old school guys did. But there's still a place for it. And I think that on this drive, after having thrown that interception, they're going to eat up a little bit more clock and run some offense and give their defense a little bit of a break.
The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
Lock going to hand it off here to Gordon.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Lock working out of the gun. He completes this to Sutton. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
5 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
A loss of 13 yards.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So 3rd and long now for Lock and the Broncos following the sack.
From the gun, it's Lock.
He's going to drop this one down to Gordon.
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Now to try the field goal, here's Daniel Carlson. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it on line, but it comes up about a rotation short. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
On first down, Justin Herbert. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Curtis Samuel, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0.
Mike Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Now Gordon on first down. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost getting into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Open man Hamler, that's complete.
To K.J. Hamler.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on third down.
4.
Shotgun snap to Locke. Open man is Gordon, complete. And he will have a Broncos first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on third down.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter. And a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
They run it here with Gordon. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And he'll be close to a first down at the Chargers' 13-yard line.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
13-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up second and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5. Now to the air, Locke. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic. out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
The Broncos on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun. Block. The LA defense up to snuff in coverage there. Pushes this to 4th down.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
So out comes a field now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Carlson able to put this one through. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
At their own 28-yard line.
So here are the Chargers to take over. They were losers a week ago to Tennessee, but they're on top right now as they come up here 1st and 10. First carry for Austin Eckler, who's a Colorado native. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
He's brought down.
Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to...
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Von Miller, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Pass hauled in downfield. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
31 yards.
It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. And Herbert able to get this one to Eckler out of the backfield. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
First down.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
It's 2nd and
out of the gun, Herbert. And this is complete. It's Allen. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. Herbert with a connection to Allen for a Charger 1st down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. His pass caught at the 4. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers.
touchdown.
Austin Eckler. Touchdown number 15 of the year. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
Could not block that one any better. Everyone was accounted for, and a great surge by the offensive line.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Melvin Gordon leading Denver's offense back out. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space. Maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense? The long handoff. Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Locke. And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line. After the turnover, here's Herbert. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Curtis Samuel with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And coming out now, the Broncos. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Able to get this to Gordon. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Got a man open. It's Sutton. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Now Locke again. That's going to be caught by Judy. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Locke. This is Hamler on the receiving end. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. 2nd and 3 from the 9. Locke looks to throw it again. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Kaiser White. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they were.
And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to...
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Austin Eckler, the intended target.
And now it's third down.
Third down.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. And this complete to Henry over the middle. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. On fourth down, Matt Hawk to punt it away.
KJ Hamler deep for the Broncos.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
14 seconds, all that's left of this first half as they come up on first down. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down.
Desmond King on the tackle.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go.
Sam Martin.
So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Charger drive about to get going. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And a 5-yard gain gets them to the 42.
To Hunter Henry.
5 yards remain on second down.
Brings up second and 5 at the 42-yard line.
From the gun, Herbert flushed out right. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
To the air again, Herbert
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
and he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Locke and the Broncos going to come up first and 10 at their own 24. Operating from the gun, Locke.
A throw left side, hauled in by Hamler.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
This is Gordon. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. There goes Melvin Gordon. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Melvin Gordon, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Broncos cut into that lead. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Justin Herbert leading this unit out for their next possession.
He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the third quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball? not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win.
That's what he's done here in this one so far. Curtis Samuel, the intended target, but now it's third down. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Open man, it's Allen. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Give them 22 there on the third down conversion. Herbert on first down now. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Herbert operating from the red zone. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Incomplete. Brings up second and...
On 2nd and 10, the ball back with Herbert. On the screen, this is Eckler. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Complete.
The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
Chargers.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop it right around the 1.
Short of the goal.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Brings up second and goal.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked him back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through.
And did he break the plane? Yes, he did. Touchdown.
Touchdown.
Austin Eckler. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. And he's able to put it through. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
A.J. Hamler on the return. The Broncos take over 1st and 10.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough, because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then...
There he goes, right side. And he's taken down all the way inside the LA 10. A big play there on the catch and run. 66 yards. Now Locke. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
I didn't have to stretch for this one. This is 4-down territory. They've got to get it in with the deficit that they're facing.
Absolutely. It's not the 4th quarter, but still, I think you can't be thinking 3 here.
No, if you do that, you might as well go ahead and fold up on this one. But I don't think they're built like that.
Third and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
The kick by Carlson is good, and that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. Kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag? You just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
25-yard line.
The attention shifts back to Justin Herbert and the Chargers offense.
He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the 1st quarter, good 2nd quarter, and now continuing that here in the 3rd.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the ground, it's Eckler. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
The Chargers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler.
And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On is the punter, Hawk, as he gets this one away.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. It's a good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Locke working out of the gun. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And Denver getting set to take the field.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Shotgun snap to Locke. Got Gordon open, completes it. That catch good for only a couple. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays. Harder to move it.
That one a first down pickup of 8. Again, it's Locke. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. Again, they'll throw with Locke. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
A gain of 9.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
He completes this to Sutton. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
Denver Broncos. First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Locke. He's going to drop this one down to Gordon. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
At the 20-yard line.
From the gun, it's Locke. Able to get this to Gordon.
Locke's pass.
They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there. It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? On a West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down, meaning they like to press it downfield. If they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle to make a nice play?
A 37-yard attempt.
The first and keep possession. It's first and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky fourth down call.
At the 5-yard line.
So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got it first and goal as they look to punch in a late score. And now here is another interception. Picked up by the former Bronco All-Pro Chris Harris. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Give them a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Once more, here's Eckler. And he'll power his way up near the 25. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's third.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a fourth down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And this ball is going to be touched out just shy of midfield.
Today's
a big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So, for the Chargers, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2.